Now, if you look closely, there's veins along the side and the middle of that egg. There's veins on that egg, and it still has a little reddish to it.
Hey guys, welcome to another video here at Colubrids. I just got back from the Botanical Gardens in West Palm Beach. We went up there this morning. Beautiful, beautiful place. They have a beautiful koi pond. We fed the koi, looked at some stuff, some beautiful plants. I did take some video footage there, which I'm gonna show you before we get into the snakes. I love my plants, gets me nice and relaxed. Just got back, it's hot out, and I got an iced flat white at Starbucks. So I wanna make a blessing for all you beautiful people. Bless you. So I'm anxious, I'm really nervous. Let me take one more sip. Because at around 1 in the morning I was going through all my bins, just checking up on the girls with the egg laying boxes, just to see if anyone started laying. Most of them didn't. I got to Paprika, my extreme Abbott's Oka tea that I paired with Riddler. She started laying last night. And when I got to Eleanor, she started laying. My extreme buckskin Oka tea I got from South Mountain Reptiles that I paired with Dusty Rhodes. My extreme ultra milk Oka tea, she started laying, so that was 2 girls. And then I noticed Pennywise, my extreme high white Oka tea, reverse Oka tea that I got from South Mountain Reptiles, also laying. Now I did notice on Pennywise it looked like they were all slugs, all infertile eggs, but we're gonna take a look. So I haven't looked at any of them since, and I get a little nervous because you don't know how many good eggs are gonna be in there. They could be all slugs. It just gets nerve-wracking, and it's exciting because they're eggs. I've been waiting so long, and it's such a rewarding thing. You go through the whole year for this time, so I'm gonna take another sip, and we're gonna look at this together. I haven't looked at the eggs since last night, so I don't know what to expect. So before we take a look and take out the eggs, we have to have everything set up beforehand. So I'm gonna show you how I make my egg boxes that I store the eggs in until they hatch. We're using vermiculite. You could use sphagnum moss, you could use perlite with a little moss on top. There's so many different things you could use as long as you keep the humidity correct and you don't have any mold or fungus, you'll be fine. But I really do like vermiculite, so that's what we're using today. So I'm going to show you how I make my egg boxes. We're going to make them real quick, and then we're going to check up and take the eggs out.
So I'm using this bag of vermiculite. Make sure there's no fertilizers. That's why I use this brand. I don't use Miracle Grow. Make sure there's no fertilizers. This is the one. You could find it at Home Depot. Lowe's might have it. I don't even think this bag was $10, and it lasts me a while, so we're going to use this. it's super lightweight. It looks kind of like a coarse sand or small sand pebbles you would cover like cactus with, but it's not rock. It's just super lightweight, and it keeps the humidity perfect when you add a little bit of water to it. Now I want to get this about 2.5 inches high. This stuff doesn't mold or grow fungus very easily, so that's one of the good things about it. Just level it out like that. And now I'm just gonna pour some spring water in there. Not too much. And now I'm gonna mix it up with my hands and see until I get the perfect consistency, and I'm gonna show you exactly how it should look when it's done. Now you want to get all corners, you want to get every section of it, because there could be some dry vermiculite in the corners. Make sure you toss it and get it all evenly moist. Now for the test, what I do is I squeeze it in my hand and I make a ball, kind of like I'm trying to make a meatball, and there's no water dripping out of it. That's the first thing I want. I don't want it to be dripping wet, and when I let go, I want it to hold its form. I don't want it to just fall apart. It holds its form. It's moist enough to hold the form. If it was too dry, it would just totally flake apart. And that's the consistency you want.
Alright, so I just showed you how I make my egg incubator boxes to store the eggs until the time they hatch. This is the exact container that I was using. It's really nice. I think I got it at Target. I did get it at Target. I just put one hole on each side. Some people put no holes. Some people put one on each side. Some people put two on each side. And I think one on each side is perfect. Just give a little bit of air, just a drop. You don't want too much. Keep the humidity high. If you have a container that you don't think holds the air too much, that's not airtight, then I wouldn't put any holes in it. This one is airtight. It's really nice. It has these closable lids. So that's the one I use. I want to show you some of the other things you could use. If you're on a budget, or you just happen to order Chinese food or whatever it is often, and you have these, you know, when you order some beef lo mein or something, sometimes they come in this. You could even buy these in the supermarket, but it's just to-go trays. And these aren't airtight like the other one, so you probably could get away with no holes on something like this, but I just like having a little bit of airflow, so I might poke one hole or two holes on the top, just really tiny holes. These are super cheap. You could fit a lot of eggs in there, so this is good. And this is another option. This is also a food tray, and this could fit a lot of eggs. So if you have a big clutch, something like this, a lot of space, you could use this. And you know, you could pretty much use whatever you like, as long as it seals and it could stay moist and it's clean. A nice little container. That's some of the things you could use. So these are some of the options you could use, or you could just go with a regular shoebox Sterlite bin, the plastic ones. I use those also for larger clutches. Now it's time to check out these eggs and put them in the egg laying boxes. I'm excited.
So first, I'm gonna take a look at Paprika. I noticed this morning she started laying eggs. Now it's almost about time for the sun to go down, so I gave her all day to lay. So I'm gonna check up on her, make sure she laid all of her eggs. I see some that look a little bit wet. They might be slugs. There are probably a couple of slugs in there, but it looks like we do have some good eggs, so let's check it out. So I like to be real gentle. I don't want to scare her. Just take the moss off really, just slowly, no rush. I know we are really excited to see these eggs, see how many we got, but you want to be gentle and just take your time. You gotta remember, she just laid all these eggs, so she's tired, she's been through a lot. So we see some good eggs right here. These are good. They're firm, they're calcified, nice and white, firm shells. Some of these down here are questionable. Well, these all feel pretty good right here. So I'm gonna take Paprika off of the eggs and we'll be able to see exactly how many we have. I see a bunch of eggs underneath her as well. So I just took Paprika off of the eggs. We have one set here and another set here. So I'm gonna put Paprika back in her bin and then we're gonna take a look at these eggs. So I was feeling for eggs before I put her back. There's no eggs left and you can see she's just depleted. Her skin is loose all the way down and she has no more eggs left in her, so I'm gonna put her back right now. All right, so let's take a close look at these eggs. Like this egg right here, this one, they're all calcified, they're hard. Try not to move the eggs too much. These all look like good eggs. And this one up here is a slug. I'm gonna take it off. Now you can see it's soft and slimy, so that's one of the telltale signs of a slug. You could just move it around, it's squishy, so that's no good. And all these eggs look good except for this one down here. I'm gonna take this one off. And that's another squishy egg, so I'm gonna put it with that slug. That's two slugs. And these are nice and firm and white, calcified, so these are all good eggs right here. Now looking at these eggs, all of these eggs you're looking at look pretty good, with the exception of that egg right there. That one is soft to touch. Now this one has a window in it, but that could calcify over. The whole egg feels good, so that possibly could be a good egg. It might mold up and it might not make it, but right now that looks like a good egg. And all these eggs are nice and firm. They look really good. But this one right here is a slug, so I'm gonna remove it. And you can see the difference. It's really just soft and squishy. So we'll put that one there. And you can see these are firm. They barely bend in when you touch them. They're nice and hard, pearly white. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 18 good eggs, 3 slugs. So 21 total eggs. This egg right here might not make it, but not all the eggs come out looking super pretty, but that one looks like it might be good. So 18 good eggs right now, we'll say, and 3 slugs. That's a really, really nice clutch. So we'll put you right here. And what you want to do is you don't just plop it down. You want to give it a little shake. And when I say shake, I mean very, very gently. Just like this. Just move it so it indentations itself into the vermiculite. And then you don't want to cover them, but just a little bit. Just so that when you move these to take a look at them, they don't just move around. That's going to support them and give them a little bit of humidity under the eggs, give it some support, and it's in there pretty nice right now, so that's perfect. And now for the second set, just shake it a little bit, give it a little shimmy, I should say. Shaking it sounds a little. Now a lot of people are worried about the eggs. I used to be the same way. You baby them a little bit too much. They're a little bit tougher than you think, and a lot of people say if the egg moves over one time, that's it. The egg's gonna die, the snake's not gonna hatch. But I've seen a lot of eggs that rolled and the snakes still hatch. Alright, so now I'm gonna take a look at Eleanor. And we already see one egg there. And more eggs there. All look good. They all look good. And then underneath, that's why I like these little lay boxes. They're clear, you can see the bottom. Some people use other stuff where you can't see it, but I see everything with these. Every egg so far here looks good. Really nice looking clutch here. Right, so I'm excited to see this clutch. We might not have any slugs in here, who knows? Those eggs look really good. So again, we're just gonna take off the moss gently. The sun's starting to go down out here in South Florida. I like doing this outdoors. It's nice cool breeze tonight. And there's Eleanor, say hi. She's an extreme buckskin okatee from South Mountain Reptiles. Last year she produced an amazing looking clutch with Cactus, my salmon snow, Halo. And this year we paired her with Dusty Rhodes, my extreme ultramil okatee. I think these are gonna be some of the nicest babies that I've ever produced. Ultramil okatee, extreme ultramil okatee with this girl who's het amel. They're gonna make some serious babies, both really extreme. And all I see is pearly white so far. Alright, so I took Eleanor off of the eggs. You can see no slugs, all good eggs. She has no eggs left in her. She was really swole, and now you can see her skin is just retracted. You see right there, it almost looks like she's dehydrated, but she's not. She was swelled up carrying those eggs, but now she's empty. So I'm gonna put her back in her bin, and we're gonna take a look at these eggs. What a beautiful girl. Alright, so I put Eleanor back in her bin, and 2 eggs were totally separated. They were loose, so this is the positioning they were when I took her off of the egg. So I'm gonna leave them like that. And then these are 2 separate right here. So yeah, I'm trying to keep them the way they were. I don't want to really roll them around, even though if they do roll, they'll probably still hatch, but you know, I'm still being extra careful. So 3 sets. So I'm gonna count them real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 good eggs, no slugs. And these are a little bit bigger than Paprika's eggs, really white and really firm. These are really nice, beautiful clutch. So this one, they were just like this, so I'm gonna put a little bit of vermiculite around them so they stay nice. Okay, and this was the second set. She laid them in 3 different sections, 3 different clumps, you should say. Sometimes you get 1 big clump, but she laid them in 3 separate clumps. So there's the second clump, and there's the third clump. Just give them a little shimmy, get them in there a little bit. And then this egg was like this on an angle, so I'm gonna put them the same way, just like that. And then this egg was just laying flat, so there you go. So I was just looking, and I see Pennywise laid her eggs. I'm taking a look. From what I see here, they look like they're all slugs, infertile eggs. So let's take a look. Hopefully there's still some good eggs in here, but from what I see, you know, she is a first-time breeder. Let's see what happens here. From the eggs. Now it's real early in the morning. Yeah, these look like bad eggs. I do see, that would be strange if there's one good egg in the whole clutch. I think I see one good egg. Let me look through this real quick. So you can see these are slugs right here. That's a slug. Everything in this clutch. I was really anticipating this pairing as well. So, you know, this is part of breeding live animals, breeding snakes. Things don't always work out. Hopefully next year we get a nice clutch from her. That's a slug. That's a slug. That's a slug. Well, these two right here I think are good. Let me remove these three slugs. So these two eggs are firm, calcified, white, hard shells. So these are actually 2 fertile eggs, which is quite amazing, because how do we have this many slugs and then just randomly 2 fertile eggs? It sometimes baffles me. Still learning. And these are all slugs right here. So we have 2 good eggs. So I'm gonna find something small to put these in. And now if these actually do hatch out and they're good, I'll be really excited to even get 2 good eggs, because I really wanted to see what the babies between Pennywise and Frosty come out looking like. So for Pennywise's 2 eggs, I have this little tiny container with one little poked hole on it. I don't even remember where I got this from. I think it was for something with food, and I washed it out and saved it. Now I'm using moss on this one, so I got this nice and damp, just like I do with the vermiculite. I squeeze it if there's no water coming out and it's just damp, not soaking wet. It's perfect. So we got our 2 eggs right here, 1 and 2. I'm gonna keep an eye out on these eggs. And I did not brumate Pennywise because I didn't plan on breeding her, so that also may have been a factor, but I'm blessed with these 2 good looking eggs.
Now Raiden, my extreme Anery Okatee from Lee Abbott, she is in her egg laying box. She had her pre-lay shed 4 days after Paprika and Eleanor, so she's gonna lay any day now. I just checked, she didn't start laying yet, but she's in there. And you know, I'm gonna grab my flashlight. Let's candle these eggs real quick. Sometimes they don't start growing veins right away off that first day, and it takes about a week and then you really start seeing the veins, but a lot of times you'll see it right away. So let's just candle these eggs real quick and we're gonna wrap up the video. I'm just so excited.
Alright, so to candle these eggs, I want to go in a room where I shut the light off. I'm in the bathroom, you could probably hear the echo, and I'm using this flashlight. You could use your phone, the light on your phone, the flashlight, but this is a little bit stronger and I can get right up to the egg. So we're gonna start off with Riddler and Paprika's clutch. So we're gonna shut the lights, turn on the flashlight, and look for veins or any redness. If it's just yellow with nothing, that's probably a bad egg. Now if you look closely, there's veins along the side and the middle of that egg. This egg has veins on it on the very top. It's faint, it's hard to see on camera. There's veins on that egg and it still has a little reddish to it. So that's also a sign, besides the veins, it has like a reddish hue to the egg. And there's some veins in that one. This one right here is questionable, but it looks good. Oh, you see the veins right there on the very top. Let me look at this one again. That one I don't see any veins yet, but I do see some red in the middle. So it's gonna probably develop veins. Alright, so this is Eleanor's clutch. Oh yeah, that egg is red. It has some veins under it, but it's hard. You're not gonna see it on camera, but I see it. All these eggs have veins. That one I don't really see too many veins, but it still has a red hue to it. There's some faint veins on that one. There's veins, they're very faint on camera, but the veins are there. And right in the middle, you see that vein, that little red line, that's a vein. And now I got Pennywise, just 2 eggs. I don't see any veins on these. This one looks like it has a little bit of red in it. It might be good. This one I don't really see too much, but it's still early. We just put them in here. The eggs look good visually, so I'm just gonna pray and wait and hope that these 2 eggs make it.
That brown sugar that I added, that special brown sugar, has me feeling really good. Now we just candled the eggs. Now most breeders, they don't really sit there candling all the eggs. They got a lot of eggs. They're not gonna sit there with a light going through all of them. And I usually don't even do it myself. I'm doing it for video purposes to show you guys. I'll do it if I'm questionable about an egg or if I'm not sure, but most of the time just looking at eggs, I can kind of tell if they're good or not. If they look really good, I'm not gonna candle them. If I'm like, I'm not sure, like those eggs from Pennywise, then I'll definitely candle them. But it's nice to actually be able to see the development inside the egg. Now, Dottie and Beetlejuice, my 2 Cali Kings, the females, they shed out. It's been almost 2 weeks now, but the male Domino still hasn't shed out. I gotta look at him again. I don't even think he looked like he was about to shed, so I might just wind up pairing them tomorrow and see what happens. And then once he sheds out, I'll pair them again, because we're gonna be pairing them a couple of times. And I also have my Tara Humara Mountain Kings. They look like they're about to shed, so we're gonna have some king snake breeding videos coming up. And we still have a lot of females, corn snakes. Raiden's gonna lay soon, and I got some other girls. My JMG Coral female that I got from VMS Herps, she just had her pre-lay shed this morning, and she went in her lay box, but she's not laying right now, so she's gonna be laying soon. So we got a lot of egg activities coming up. Now I'm just gonna head out. I'm gonna get some stuff to prepare a nice dinner. I'm feeling really good, feeling really great today. So I'm gonna get something really nice. I think I'm gonna get a nice steak, maybe a potato. I love steak, I don't eat it often. Treat myself to a nice, really good steak, probably a nice ribeye, and just relax. I got some editing to do. I got some water bowls to clean. I hope you guys enjoyed looking at the eggs. I love doing this. And until next time, be safe. I'll catch you guys in the next one.